Will here from Stay Frosty Cinema, and this is firing range on the S12 Shotgun. In this video, we'll cover every inch of the S12, ranging from its stats to a final verdict on the weapon. Now let's kick things off with stat time. The S12 is unlocked at level 4. It fires semi-automatic. Its RPM is 468. The in-game description of the S12 is that it is a semi-automatic shotgun, deadly at short range. The S12's maximum or close range damage is 30 damage per hit. For the S12, its minimum long range damage at 4 yards begins to climb down to 6 at 13 yards, and then it cuts off there. Its headshot multiplier is 100%. The S12's mobility is 100%, its ADS move speed is 80%, and with stock, that becomes 88%. The S12's raise time is 0.65 seconds. Drop time is 0.37 seconds. The S12 has 10 shots in a normal clip. With extended mags, that becomes 14. The S12's normal reload is 3.04 seconds. Its empty reload, that is where the magazine is empty and you must reload to continue using the gun, is 3.7 seconds. The recoil, in our opinion, is moderate. It's manageable and it's usually not a problem considering the relatively low fire rate.
Changing. Drive.
Now for a weapon description. It's time to get factual. The Sega 12, or S12, is a 12 gauge rotating bolt gas operated magazine fed combat shotgun. The AK-like design results in durability and reliability, and make this weapon so effective. The S12 is visually modeled after Kalashnikov assault rifles. The Sega 12 was designed in the 1990s, manufactured by Izmash in Russia. Moving on to attachments. What works well with this gun? Well, being a shotgun, there are obviously some standout attachments, and for this, no surprises here, the long barrel. It improves the range to, I find, sometimes surprising lengths. Lets you get guys from places you think you wouldn't really get them in one hit, but it does happen at the right time. So a long barrel is something you can appreciate on all types of game modes because it helps you quite a bit. Laser. Improved accuracy is never a negative. Smaller spread from the hip fire, which you usually do with the S12, it works well. Great at close range. Laser, you can remove it, but I mean, long barrel and laser is pretty much all you need. I would suggest if you want to try something besides any of those, try it out with primary gunfighter. Take 3 attachments. There is the freedom to experiment with attachments on this gun, and it can be a very fun weapon, even though it doesn't start off that way. But once you get long barrel and laser, I found that the experience started to get better. I started to have more fun. It just depends how you customize it for yourself. On to strong points. Where does this gun shine? Well, in terms of shotguns, its rate of fire. The semi-auto is beastly. On certain occasions, it can be used definitely to your advantage, and at close range, sometimes it's awesome that when you shoot, if you miss, you don't have to pump the gun, and you can actually take 9 more shots after that first one. The semi-auto is a very good feature for the S12, and it helps quite a bit. Another thing is this gun's adaptability. It has an impressive versatility and pretty good irons, so you can put other things on besides a sight, and you'll still find yourself enjoying this. That's why I didn't recommend any sights, because I think you should get used to the irons and use that as an advantage. Also, it grows on you. You might not like it at first, but just give it some time. When I first picked up this gun, I was like, ooh, semi-auto shotgun, must be awesome. And then I took it in, I was like, what the hell is this? So I dropped it, and then when we came back to do firing range, I got long barrel and laser and all these things, and I was like, okay, now this is fun. So it is a gun that grows on you, but you have to give it a bit of time. You have to get those attachments. It's mostly attachment based because this thing, default with that semi-auto, it's pretty much only useful at close range, and once you get long barrel, it starts to become more adaptable and more versatile and just plain out more useful. Now, moving on to the final segment, the verdict. The S12 has to spend all day in the shadow of the R870, but sometimes you need to be the brave one who picks it up and gives it a go. I just looked at Elite, to the 28th of December, I have been killed in-game by the R870 114 times, by the S12 18 times. In my opinion, this gun is underused because it's not very good starting out. I've worked with it to get the attachments that improve the gun's performance, and they make the S12 so much better. Even bringing this gun into hardcore in an effort to get some more camos was a blast once I had the right accessories. It takes a quick trigger finger and a good attitude, but I'll tell you this much. The S12 wants to surprise you, and you're doing something wrong if it doesn't. In the right hands, the S12 can be a solid 9 or 10, proving almost unstoppable. Unfortunately, that is more of a rarity, as most of the time the S12 lets you down at medium to long ranges. To the average COD player, not someone who knows the nooks and crannies of each map and the best ways to use this gun, the S12 is a 7. It's good. That's what we're giving it. To some, it may be worse, and to some, it may be better, but I've put it in between those two demographics. And I hope you can find a way to agree with me. Well, that's all for this episode of Firing Range. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave your thoughts below if you agree or disagree with us, or want to add more or whatever. We want to hear it. Make sure to favorite this video and share it with your friends if they think they know everything about Call of Duty, or guns for that matter, and they don't. Send them here. We'll teach them a lesson. And make sure to subscribe for lots more episodes of Firing Range coming down the pike. And until next time, do not forget to stay frosty.